And both Abigail love turquoise. And your favorite color is what color? Remember? Blue, like your dress. That's a beautiful dress you have on. And I see your toenails are painted blue. And one thing about painting fingernails, I had a little girl who's 22 now. Her name is Abby, and I would let her paint my fingernails. But then I'd take them off with polish remover. And, and I'd let her put stuff on my face sometimes too. All right. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. How old do you think I am?
42.
42. I like her.
62.
How did you know I am 62?
What?
How did you know that?
I think 90
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you just did. Well, I wish I was 42. But anyway, all right, girls, coming up in a couple of weeks, there is going to be a parade in Brundage, Alabama. Ms. Baxter, if you will, tell us about the upcoming activities in Brundage, Alabama, sponsored by the Brundage Business Association. Okay?
Yes, we have a parade on June the 25th. It's sponsored by the Brundage Business Association. We also have Summerfest. We have a lot of activities going on that day in Brundage. The queens will be in the parade, all of them. We only have 3 here. We have a total of 8 queens, but some of them had other things to do and weren't able to come. But they will be in the parade, so you'll see their smiling faces.
What time
June
does the parade
25th.
start?
The parade starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, and that'll start in downtown Brundage.
The lineup will be at on Veterans Boulevard in Brundage.
Yes, ma'am.
We're asking that everybody come and line up about 8:15.
Okay. If somebody would like to be in the parade, is that allowable? Who could they call if they want to have a car or something in the parade? Is that
If they want to participate in the parade, you can call Brian McDaniel at Jackson Hardware.
Yes, ma'am.
His number is 334-735. Well, it's not on here.
Okay.
But or you can contact me if you would like, because I don't have Brian's number right here on this paper.
Or
But,
there's a website they could go to, correct?
They can also go to Facebook, to
Okay.
our Brundage Business Association's page, and see, and just kind of send us a message. That message will come to me. That's why I said you could actually contact me.
All right, so when you're in a parade, how do you wave, girls, when you're in a parade? Like this? And smile? So let's practice that. So the parade starts at 9 o'clock. Well, Ms. Baxter, what are some activities after the parade?
After the parade, we will have of course, the Grand Marshal will speak. Our Grand Marshal this year but we do have a Grand Marshal this year, and also the queens. We have queens coming in from different towns and
Yes, ma'am.
cities. They will be here with us as well, participating in our parade, and they will introduce themselves at the pavilion that's on the grounds of the Bass House.
Yes, ma'am.
They will introduce themselves, and we will excuse ourselves and go to a little party, a queen's party. So,
isn't that going to be a tea?
yes,
Maybe?
it's going to be a tea.
That's
a
how
tea
you hold your
party. We're
glass
going to
like
have
that
a
right
good
there.
time at this tea party. All the queens will come to the Brundage Station and just kind of hang out and have a good time there.
Okay.
We also have Summerfest, which is a lot going on at one time.
Yes, ma'am.
We have vendors. You can contact Miss Kathy Steed if you would like to be a vendor.
Okay.
Or you can contact Jackson Hardware. They have information about vendors.
Hey, Nate, put Jackson Hardware's logo on the screen, if you will. I believe it has that number, if you heard me. I believe you. Yeah.
But we do have, we also have a cook-off. So if you think you're a grill master, just come out and set up your grills. And I think they're going to ask that you kind of cook ribs to see the best of who can cook the best ribs in Brundage.
Okay.
We have lots of entertainment going on. We have a couple of fundraisers going on. I think it's going to be some fun with that. We have the Kiss the Pig fundraiser. We have our mayor that's going to participate in that. We have our actual new head coach, football coach in Brundage,
Mark Hurt.
Mark Hurt.
We got Rodney
also-
Drish.
He's the principal at the elementary school in Brundage. He will be participating, and Jason Gregory.
Racing of
He
Premier
will,
Dodge.
yeah, from Premier Dodge. He will be here. Will be there participating in the Kiss the Pig contest, and I think it's Don Dickert.
Don Dickert.
He will also be participating with the Kiss the Pig. We
And
have
the mayor.
the mayor. She agreed to it. It was kind of hard to get her
Okay.
to agree to that, but she actually agreed. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that as well. We have the Cow Patty Bingo. That is something that the BBA always sponsors in May, but we're not having the Spring Fest this year.
Yes, ma'am.
We are incorporating it with our Summer Fest.
Okay.
So we will have tickets. So I'm pretty sure BBA members will be contacting a lot of people to participate, or to buy tickets for that.
Well, I think
and
they're supposed to kiss that pig around 6 o'clock at the
Kiss
stadium.
the Pig will be at
then
6 o'clock.
And the fireworks will be at Bulldog Stadium
This
later
year
on.
we will have
Fireworks.
fireworks in Brundage, because
Yeah.
usually we don't have that. But
Yes,
this
ma'am.
year we're doing something different. We will have fireworks in Brundage. That will start about 8:30.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to that. That will be held at Bulldog Stadium.
Yes, ma'am. And I saw where, I hope there's a 6-way tie that they all have to kiss
Have
the
to
pig.
kiss the pig.
But I read where you can go on Facebook online at the Brundage Business Association and vote. I think there's a way to
Yes.
vote and pay Venmo or some way.
We have, I believe it's GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
They have the QRC codes that you can scan to pay, or it will be different places in Brundage that you can drop off some money. So
Mm-hmm. Right.
whoever you want to kiss that pig, put that money in their jar.
Right. And I saw Jackson Hardware has a Facebook page that you can scan, Premier Dodge, and
Yes.
the Pike County Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. They all have that little code that you can send money that way. And well, girls, are y'all looking forward to riding in the parade?
Yes.
Are we riding a wagon or a convertible, or do we know?
They will be on a float.
On a float.
Yes.
Wow, that is fantastic. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple of things. I'm going to ask you first. This is Abigail. You will enter you'll be what grade will you be in?
Second.
And you'll attend what school?
Ayrton.
Ayrton. Okay. In school, what are some of your favorite things to do while you're at school?
I like to play with my friend Kenny, which is and I like to play with let's play and
Okay.
I like to do math.
Math. That is good. All right. Kaylee, what about you? What are some of your activities that you enjoy while you're at school?
I play with Abby and my friends at
Okay.
PE, and I love math and science.
Math and science. That is great. Okay. Well, you haven't started school yet, but at home,
I love boys truck
you like playing with trucks?
and Lego stamps and the Lego kids.
Okay. Okay, look right there. Do you like painting or coloring? Do you like to do any of that? You do? Okay. Away from school, Kaylee, away from school, what are some things that you like doing at home while you're at home?
I like to ride my hoverboard, go through my cows.
You've got cows? And you've got a hoverboard? I would be falling all day long.
Black cat too,
You got cows too?
and black cat.
Okay. Okay, so you got cows.
And I like to train Gunner City. And my big brother Landon don't let me. And I just like to aggravate my brothers.
Okay, you like to aggravate your brothers. How many brothers do you have? And what are their names?
Landon is 15, and Lucas is 9, and I have two sisters that are Kinsley and Carly. Carly's 2 minutes older than Kinsley, and they're both 3.
So there's 5 children? Whoa! Now, have you learned to cook yet? Do you get to cook anything yet? What can you cook?
Eggs.
Eggs? Can you hit
mac
the
and
button on the toast?
cheese. No.
Oh, I got a question for y'all in just a minute. Okay. What about Abigail? At home, what do you like doing at home?
I
on your free time? A little bit. Do it loud now.
I like to play with my brothers.
And who are your brothers?
Preston and Isaac.
Preston and Isaac. Okay. Do you have any cows or anything like that too? You do? Good. I got a question for you. Caroline, what is your favorite thing to eat that Mama cooks or Daddy cooks? You like eggs. You like them scrambled? Bacon and cheese? Okay. And what now? But anyway, you like bacon, egg, and cheese? Okay. And what about Miss Kaylee? What do you enjoy eating at home that Mom and Dad cooks?
I actually make mac and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
And I like cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
And soup and peanuts.
Peanuts. Do you like boiled peanuts or parched peanuts? Boiled peanuts. Okay. What about Miss Abigail? What are some things that you enjoy eating that Mother and Daddy cook?
I like when my mom makes broccoli and cheese,
There's okay, broccoli and cheese.
fries, and hamburgers.
Good. Have y'all had supper yet? Okay, well listen, I got a gift for you, but I want to thank y'all for coming, and y'all look very nice and pretty, and I want to wish you the best of luck in school next year. Do your very best, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the parade. If y'all see me, y'all wave to me. Let's practice waving real quick. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Now, how many flags do y'all see on the set?
1, 2, 3.
How many young girls are on the set?
3.
1, 2, 3. All right, so each of y'all will get a flag when we go to commercial. Also, I've got something I want to give Caroline. Okay, Caroline, and I'm going to try to get some made of Ayrton. But what is that animal right there? What kind of bird? It starts with an E. It's an eagle. What does that G stand for? Where do you live? Goshen. Don't you live in Goshen? You'll be going to Goshen. Well, this is a little piece of wood that I made, and Mr. Bart Snyder designed this, and I had Sticky Frogs, who's one of my sponsors. She made a bunch of these, and that can put on your little dresser drawer. This is for you. And one of these days, I'm going to get some Ayrton Purple Cats. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back after this break. I want to thank Caroline Cobble for being on the show. Wave to him, Caroline. She's 3 years old, and she'll be going to Goshen. And we also have Miss Kaylee Givens from Ayrton. She's the Brundage future Little Miss. And we also have the Brundage Little Miss, Miss Abigail Leatherwood. And we have Miss Latira Baxter. And when we come back, we'll talk with Miss Baxter just a few more, for a little bit more. But thank you for tuning in. We'll be back after these messages.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews. During the commercial, I found out that Abigail Leatherwood will be going to Dothan to participate in the
Peanut pageant.
Peanut Pageant. What time of year will that be? In October?
That's in October.
Congratulations. That's very nice. So, so that is, how many representatives will represent the Southeast Alabama in that pageant, you think?
It's 43.
About 43. And you have another young lady who will be representing the city of Brundage. Her name is
Catherine Stockstill. She is actually our Miss Brundage.
Miss Brundage. And she just graduated from Pike Liberal Arts.
That's right.
And she will be attending the University of Alabama. And she is a wonderful singer, and she's been on this show several times as a singer and entertainer, and also as one of the contestants for the Distinguished Young Woman pageant for this area. Well, Abigail, are you excited about going to Dothan? And the unique thing is you get to meet some more young ladies your age. That's wonderful. Do you have a favorite color dress that you wear in pageants?
I did wear, I wore like a greenish bluish one in the Brundage pageant.
Greenish bluish, is that
Like
kind of
Like a turquoise.
that's one of your favorite, that's your favorite color? Okay. Well, who are your parents, Abigail?
My parents are Leslie Leatherwood and Barry Leatherwood.
Barry? And again, who are your brothers?
Preston and Isaac.
How old is Preston?
He is 4.
And Isaac is how old?
2.
So you're the oldest. Okay. So do they behave at home? No, you don't have to answer that.
No,
Okay.
they really don't.
Well, anyway. So, and y'all live at, you will, what school do you attend again?
Ayrton.
Ayrton. Who was your first grade teacher?
Miss Helms.
Mrs. Helms. Okay. Do you know who you'll have next year? Okay. How many times did you go to the principal's office?
0.
Good answer. But anyway, Ms. Baxter, if you will, you could talk a little bit more about the young ladies that were in the pageant, and they will ride in the parade on the,
Yes.
is it 25th of June?
It's the 25th of June. Yes.
Why did y'all pick the 25th so there wouldn't be any conflicts with other?
As far
cities?
as that's always been the day that we do our Independence Day celebration. It's always the last Saturday in June.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
because a
Okay.
lot of people go out of town for the 4th, so
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to keep it around that time to keep a lot of people in
Yes, ma'am.
town.
And the Brundage Business Association, who were some of those members, if you could tell us, that
We-
make up the Brundage Business Association?
We have several of the businesses in Brundage that are members. We have of course, the mayor is a member. We have Brian McDaniels. He's the president of he's from Jackson Hardware. He owns Jackson Hardware. Myself, I'm the secretary of the BBA. Right now, our treasurer is Miss Teresa Trawick. She's over the library.
Okay. And the name of the library is?
Tupper Lightfoot Memorial Library.
And y'all gonna have some activities for youth there. What activities will y'all have that day on Saturday the 25th?
We have several activities the library is
For the
putting
youth?
on. It will be from, I believe, 10 to 2 o'clock. They will have paintings. I know she mentioned like a painting that everybody just goes and paints by number. It's like a mural, I believe, something
ma'am.
like that. And she has some games for kids, like little activities for kids throughout that day. So I
think
believe that's
dart
from 10
throwing
to 2.
is one of them. And,
Yes.
there was something else, face painting,
Face
dart
painting,
throwing,
yes.
and there was one other, I can't remember what it is. And then, but in the parade, when it starts at 9 o'clock, of course, the girls representing the town of Brundage in Pike County, they will be on a float by the,
Yes,
together.
The Brundage Queens will be on a float together. We've had several queens to call and say, hey, we want to participate. So they're going to be in their own little floats and cars or whatever.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
just looking forward to having them in Brundage.
well, that's going to be a great day, and there'll be some food trucks probably, or vendors that will
There-
sell food. Your
There
restaurants
will
will probably
be
open.
vendors. We're hoping it's several. We typically have a lot of people out
Yes,
there,
ma'am.
food trucks and everything. And then we do have the cook-off as well. So
Right.
hopefully that will attract a lot of people in.
If I'm around, I wouldn't mind. I would like to be a judge.
We can make that happen. We can just.
But Jason Gregory called me earlier, and his daughter Madeline
Yes.
was supposed to be on the show, but something came up. But he will be on the show next week. Mr. Jason will,
Right.
and he'll talk about the event coming up, and of course we'll feature his daughter Madeline as well. And then he will talk about the Boy Scouts of America,
Mm-hmm.
and there's going to be a big event on his farm that's located outside of Troy. So he's going to talk about those things, and we can talk
Mm-hmm.
more about the Brundage Business Association. And I'll say this, of course, I grew up in the land of Goshen, but I've noticed, I kind of became familiar with Brundage when I worked at the Brundage Country Club. And they are a wonderful sponsor. They're open every day of the week with the exception of Monday. But I've gotten to know Mr. McDaniels and Jackson Hardware. They're a wonderful sponsor. I've met Mr. John Kennedy, who's
Yes.
restored that old home. That is a wonderful place. And we've got a segment on it coming up in about a week that we did that, and one at Jackson Hardware. But one of my favorite places to eat in Brundage, Alabama, two places, is the Pizza Palace. Miss Pretty Patel, she's a sponsor.
Yes.
And Miss Patsy Gibson. I've been knowing her. She's a Goshen girl. But that is another great place to eat in Brundage, or in all of Southeast Alabama.
That's
is
always a
Crow's
good
Chicken.
place to get
You
some
should have
Crow's
brought
chicken.
me some. But you work at Southeast Alabama Electric?
I work at South Alabama Electric. Yes.
Okay. Well, another great place across the street is Look
Sisters Restaurant. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Abigail. is there anyone that you'd like to say hello to? Any of your grandparents or friends out there that you'd like to say hello to?
I don't know if they have
Well, they all can watch you on Facebook later. Yeah. Who would you like to say hello to?
my friend Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. What's Charlie? Is that a boy or girl?
Girl.
What's okay? It's a girl. Oh, excuse me. What's her last name? Charlie
I don't know her.
Pertol?
Bertol.
Bertol.
Bartol.
Barstow. Okay. Hey, Charlie. Who else?
Reagan Brown.
Reagan Brown. Hey, Reagan.
Parker.
Parker.
Slauson.
Is that another girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hello, folks. Anybody else? What about grandmother, granddaddy?
Hello, Grandpa. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Grandma and Granddad.
There you go. Well, let me tell you something. Abigail Leatherwood, thank you for coming to the show. And we want to wish you, we hope you have a great time on the 25th of June at the parade in Brundage, Alabama. And we certainly wish you the best in October when you go to Dothan, Alabama to compete in what's the exact title of that?
It's National Peanut.
The National Peanut Festival. Well, good luck in that as well, and you'll do good. And good luck to Kathy Stockstill. She'll also be representing the town of Brundage, Alabama, and that's a very prestigious pageant. And one thing I want to mention to you, as pageants, it's more about presence. You know, how you present yourself. Sometimes there'll be a talent show. Sometimes it'll be interviews where you have to answer questions about national events. But this is a great opportunity for you, and we wish you the best of luck. And thanks again. Well, is there anything else we'd like to that we've missed about the pageant? It's called the Independence Day Extravaganza. On the 25th of June 2022. It's on a Saturday. And again, have you got some phone numbers at the bottom that if you want to be in the parade, if you want to be a vendor or participate in, there's a good flyer right there.
For vendor information, you can call Miss Kathy Steed. Her number is 334-685-5524. Or you can call Brian McDaniels at Jackson Hardware.
Yes, ma'am.
You may also contact us on Facebook, the Brundage Business Association. That message will come directly to me, but that is fine. I will take that information and get it to the correct people.
Yes, ma'am. Well, and don't forget Kiss the Pig contest.
No, I'm not kissing them.
Well, you don't have to do that. We've got 6 other people.
Disgusting.
Well, it's a fundraiser. But you could probably give $1 for somebody that wants to, hey, I want him to kiss the pig. But whoever, not me, but there's
You
6
need
of
to
them.
kiss with them.
Really? No. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another break, and thank y'all for joining us, and we'll be back after these messages. So stay tuned for good news and interviews with Forrest Trelea.
Rogers Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some segments that we'd like to show you that we filmed earlier. In the first segment, Nate, what's the first one coming up? Or what's the order? It's Michael's Southern Food Restaurant in Brantley, Alabama. And here it is. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning. Welcome to Good News and Interviews. With me this morning we have Miss Rachel of Michael's Southern Foods Restaurant in downtown Brantley, Alabama. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about the restaurant.
Okay.
When did y'all open? When did y'all?
We've been open since May 2006.
Okay.
So that's 16 years.
And the original owners opened up in what year? 1940?
Way
Back in the 40s,
days.
and that was the Thompson family. Okay. Dr. Thompson's mother and daddy, and Dr. Thompson has a brother Jim, and their family opened this restaurant up in the 1940 area. And so, what are your hours of operation, Rachel?
We're closed every Monday. We're closed every Saturday. Tuesday through Fridays 11 to 2, and we're open Thursday night from 5:30 to 8. And Sundays 11 to 2 also.
Okay. What is your specialty? Y'all do buffet?
We do buffet. It's country style, fried chicken, fried okra, homemade mac and cheese, homemade casseroles. We try to do as much as we can homemade from scratch.
Anything on the dessert menu?
Oh, all of our desserts are homemade. My mama makes the desserts. She's actually retired. I conned her into retiring to keep all my youngins.
What are her specialties?
Her pecan pie is
Pecan
wonderful.
pie, okay.
Everybody loves her egg custard. Dad's actually been making some of the chocolates and the coconut pies, but she can make a really good chocolate and coconut pie too.
And your parents are?
Michael and Jackie Barnes.
Michael and Jackie Barnes. And your last name is?
Johns.
And you're expecting your fifth child.
Fifth child.
In a few weeks. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Finally got a boy.
Now,
after
and you
4
grew up
girls.
in?
I grew up here, born and raised. So I'll be 34 in November, so I've been here all my life.
She'll be 114. And you went to Brantley High School.
I did.
Why of the interest of a restaurant business? Was that your dad, mother's?
That was my dad. Daddy's
Okay.
done, he worked at Annie's in Luverne for like 25 years or something like that. And so when I was 14, I turned 14 and the dishwasher didn't show up. And Dad called and said, if you want a car when you turn 16, I suggest you get your mother to bring you to work. So I got drugged into it at the age of 14.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add? And so you're open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from
11 to 2.
11 to 2.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
5:30 to 8. And then Sunday 11 to 2.
Okay. And this is called Michael's Southern Foods Restaurant, downtown Brantley. It's on the corner of Main Street and
Right
331?
It's 331.
Okay. And it's in the heart of Brantley.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Michael Barnes. He's the owner of Michael's Southern Foods here in downtown Brantley, Alabama. Thank you for having us, Mr. Michael.
You're welcome.
Well, why the food business? I mean, have you always had an interest in it?
No, I had to have a job, and that's
Okay.
all it was.
Okay.
So I started when I was 18. It was either that or go to school, and I hated going to school at the time. It was too cold and too wet in Auburn to go to school, so I hated it. My parents told me, well, you ain't going to school, you got to get a job. So
Okay.
they were just building Annie's in 1980.
Okay.
So I got in. I was one of their first employees.
Annie's in
Okay.
downtown
In Laverne,
in
which is
Luverne,
not there
Alabama?
no more.
Okay. And how many children do you have?
We have 3,
3 children.
from 42 to 27.
So you kind of got them spread out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what do you find unique about the town of Brantley? And as it relates to good old Southern food or anything?
Oh goodness, well, Brantley is like, well, probably the whole state is 20 years behind the rest of the world, which makes it a little bit easier to be here. You know, because we don't have to deal with a lot of things that a lot of places deal with. But you know, now everything is catching up with us. The prices of everything has just gone out of sight. So it really gets hard to maintain anything in a place as small as this.
Right. Is most of your food, your customers from local or traffic, or?
I would say probably 75% is all local.
Okay.
If we could get more travelers, we would be filthy rich.
Right.
Because that highway stays packed.
It does.
And it has for the past week, every day, all day long.
It was about a year ago, my wife and daughter, we were in Florida, and we came back this way through Andalusia, and we had lunch here. I forgot what day of the week it was. Might have been a Sunday, but it was, I'm a Southern boy from Goshen, Alabama, and I know good food. And but listen, I want to thank you for having us, and best of luck to you, and especially in this time of what's going on in our country.
It's just a real struggle, you know, and everybody struggles. People who are coming in to eat are struggling to have to pay what we have to charge, but that's just the reality of this time that we're living in. That's
Right.
it, you know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in a few minutes, but we want to thank Michael and his family for having us today at Michael's Southern Foods Restaurant in downtown Brantley, Alabama. And we'll be back. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we made a little trip to Brantley, Alabama the other day, and we had a great visit with Bernie Sullivan, the mayor of Brantley, and that was on last week's show. And you can always tune in or find us on Facebook or YouTube. Type in Troy Cable Productions and type in Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee, and you can find it. On the way to Brantley, we stopped in the great town of Glenwood at the Flowing Well, and here's that segment. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Forrest Lee with Good News and Interviews with Troy Cable. We're in Glenwood, Alabama at the Flowing Well. This is nature's healing balm, they say. It was developed in the early 1900s, and this is a meeting place for families and romance. If you want to bring your sweetheart here and get some cold water. But let's take a sip of this flowing artesian water. It's pretty good. The well is activated by a sensor. It'll shut off after a few minutes, but around the well you have these bricks in memory of and honor of. See, just all kind of people have a brick in honor or memory of someone. And thanks again, and we'll be on our way. And we made a stop between Goshen and the Luverne Highway and featured a segment on some longhorn cows. This is Forrest Lee visiting some longhorns between Goshen and Troy. Let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, count 14. Well, they're all not longhorns. There's come one up that way. I see a donkey in the back, crossback donkey. That's probably a 4 to 5 foot span. But this is a day with the Longhorns. And we have a golf segment. We want to thank the Brundage Country Club for being a sponsor. Donnie Mobley and Calvin Buzan and all the staff out there, we love you. And this is a segment on the Brundage Country Club.
practice swing, practice swing.
This is Forrest Lee. Good news? Yes. The Brundage Country Club of Brundage, Alabama is a great place to play golf. They have 9 wonderful holes. The course looks fabulous. It's located on Sarah-Lott Boulevard across from the Walmart Distribution Center, about 10 miles south of Troy. But for a great place to play golf, they have, like I said, 9 holes. They open every day of the week except Monday. You can call 735-3680, 334-735-3680 for more information about membership. They have great membership variations that you can join, and they have their swimming pool has been renovated and updated. Their clubhouse has made a lot of improvements, but come to Brundage, Alabama, to the Brundage Country Club and enjoy a great round of golf. And this is hole number 8 on the front 9, 17 on the back, but you're overlooking a body of water. And this is behind me, it's hole number 9, but we're on green number 8. It's a par 3. They have 2 par 3s, but wonderful place to play golf. So call 735-3680. For information about joining this club and tee times. And thank you for joining us. Gentlemen, here we are in Brundage, Alabama, where some of the best golfers in Pike County and surrounding areas play golf. And we have Nate Braystead from Jack, Alabama.
Where's that commentary coming from?
About to tee off.
Hello?
Here's the swing. And he hit it, but where did it go? Ladies and gentlemen, our last segment of the show features the Dixieland Kettle Corn Company located in Brantley, Alabama. Their phone number is 334-406-4988. If you go to Brantley and take a right heading toward Andalusia and Dozier, go and you take your first right and go down about a mile and they'll be located there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dixieland Kettle Corn Company in Brantley, Alabama. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. We are just outside the outskirts of Brantley, Alabama with the Durrell family. This is Don. Thank you, Brother Don. We're at Dixieland Kettle Corn at 334-406-4988. Well, let's tell us how we got started in the popcorn making business.
Well, how we got started was we started to do it with the kettle. And I drew up the plans to do it inside of a trailer. And we had a trailer that was going to be made in Missouri. And it was going to take them a long time to get to it. So I finally got the kettle. And we started studying it and found out all the regulations it's going to have to have. You're going to have a kitchen or a commissary somewhere to clean everything. And so we couldn't find that. So we decided we'd just build our own and still get our trailer. But the trailer is going to be, what we're going to use the trailer for is take this, it's been a pre-pot here, it'll be put in the trailer, and we'll go out and sell it.
Right. And
we're hoping that we can, help the schools out too.
Yes, sir.
Do some fundraisers, but we're trying to, everything's costing so dang much right now. The oil has went up, it was 135, it's 168. That's what it is. And so now when we use the oil, it's gone. Once you pop, it's gone.
Right.
You don't get, add it to keep cooking chicken in it.
Yes, sir. Well, how long have y'all started this business? How long?
The plan was 3 years ago.
Okay.
This right here, we started February.
February of this year.
We started this, doing this part. Danny Lewis is the one that built our building here.
Yes, sir. Now, what flavors do we have?
You got
Caramel, I know. I see caramel.
You can do all kinds of flavors. Come this way here.
Okay.
You can see you got buffalo breath, dill, bacon, honey mustard, Cajun, bacon and cheese, pizza, and then that can all be done in that tumbler over there.
Okay.
We cut the tumbler it and put it on there. All this right in here, these flavors have to go through the cooker, and we got to after we pop it, then we sift it real good. Well, I double sift. I sift it there, and then I bring it over here and sift that out again and make sure we don't have any old maids or nothing. And then we put it in the cooker.
Okay, I see you got the monster popcorn, you got sugar, and you got just bulk stuff rather than buy little bags. But this is where all the magic happens. How long does it take to cook a batch of popcorn?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
After it starts popping. I mean, once it starts heating up, it's
Okay.
about 3 minutes. And it'll do about 140 quarts.
Okay. That's a lot of popcorn. And then you sift it there, then you sift it again here.
We take it out of there into a bag and bring it over here and re-sift it.
Okay.
And then we take it and
Yeah.
if we're gonna have to cook it, then we put another bag and it'll go over there.
Yeah.
We put 10 gallons of popcorn in there.
And then your wife had showed me this
This is all the,
residue.
yeah, and we take it to the safari and Hope Hole.
Hope Hole.
Terry, she didn't want to throw it away.
Okay.
So she found out that we could donate it to the animals up there and they could eat it.
Right.
So we take it up there and give it to them.
Okay. Let's back up a little bit, Nate, and we can edit any of this stuff. And this is the kettle, and again, this is where you put your flavoring together. This here.
This is where we pop it here, and then we can, if we're going to cook it, using them over there, the caramel corn and all that stuff goes back in here.
Okay.
And
Or
we got all this stuff right down here. This is what we use to make our caramel.
Okay.
It's all real caramel when we get done.
Okay.
It's not a powder.
And then this is where your popcorn goes.
Then, yeah.
You'll flip it over. Okay.
We'll
Okay.
take it and we'll dump it out.
Okay.
And then it's got to cool about 20 minutes before, and you got to spray. You spray it and kind of help so it won't stick together.
I got you.
And it takes about 20 minutes for us to cool it down before we can put it in the tubs.
Well, let's back up a little bit more. What is this device here,
Okay, this one here is
Mr. Durrell?
is if we're going to do cheese corn,
Okay.
cheddar,
Okay.
or whatever, you can put it in there, and it'll turn, and that's what mixes it.
Right. This is clean as a whistle. This is very.
This goes to her.
Let Terry get in.
Okay. Okay.
When we get done popping, that lady there won't. If we get done at say 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it'll be 3 or 4 o'clock before she comes to the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Miss Terry, and she's with the Dixieland Kettle Corn Company here just outside of Brantley, Alabama. I guess you're in the city limits of Brantley? Or
We're
pretty
just
close?
outside. We're in
Okay.
the police jurisdiction, I think.
Okay, well, good. And found you through Mayor Sullivan, and we're thankful that y'all can let us come out here. Talk to us about your different flavors, please.
We've got 17 or 18 flavors popped up now. We have the capability of doing, right now with what we've got on the shelf that Don showed you, I think about 30. So we kind of vary it around. We always keep the movie theater and the caramel and the sweet and salty. They are kind of standards for us. They're some of our best sellers for those that like hot stuff. We've got Cajun and buffalo breath, and we do pop up a cheddar jalapeno, which is popular. pizza, dill, cheddar, honey mustard, white cheddar, bacon. And those are all done in the tumbler. Like Don said, we pop the popcorn and then decide what flavor we're going to make it, and those flavors all go in that tumbler there.
And
then
y'all market these where? At fairs and?
fairs, festivals. Well, yeah.
When's your next festival coming up? It's on the board out there.
Yeah.
We
It's
saw
on
a
the board.
board. It's full.
Okay, let's see. That's this weekend, Hank Williams Festival
Oh, in Georgiana?
in Georgiana.
Okay.
Mhm. And we'll be doing some farmers markets this summer. We'll be in Luverne on Mondays from 3 to 6 at their farmers market, and then
Where is that located?
it's at the Tom Harbin Farm Center.
Right there, you cross the Patchogue, you're coming out of Luverne like you're heading toward Highland Home, cross the Patchogue River Bridge. Rutledge would be to your left, but you keep going, it's down there on the right. Is that where, close to where they do the peanut bowl?
Just past there.
Just past
Yeah,
that.
on up around the curve, airport,
Okay.
yeah, going back into the airport.
Okay.
And they have the big rodeo there every year.
Again, tell us what day of the week that is.
That's on Mondays.
On Mondays.
And then Thursdays, I'll be at the Farmers Market in Enterprise.
Okay.
Great big one as you're starting in downtown across from the cemetery. That's from 7 to 11.
Yep, and I believe to get there, as you're leaving Troy, you go to where you get down there in front of Lowe's, take a right, cross the railroad tracks, take a left, and then it'll be down there on your right.
Right.
Before you get to the Bo Weevil Monument. And your prices, I see, range from $5 to $10. Is that correct? This is a $5 box. This one is
10.
10, and most of these
All
are
of the-
10
all of
here.
the
There's
big
some
bags are
8s.
10. Yeah, all the smaller bags are $8.
Okay.
And these are what I call the candied ones. These are the ones that we cook in that cooker.
Okay.
We make a syrup with sugar and a base, whether it's the candy base or the caramel base. And then once that syrup is heated to the temperature that it needs to be, we
280.
280. Then we'll dump 10 pounds of popcorn in there, or 10 gallons of popcorn in there, and let it stir. And then when it's ready, like Don said, we dump it out and let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then bag it up.
Yeah. What type of oil do we use?
Coconut.
Coconut oil.
We use
Okay.
a light coconut or a yellow coconut.
Is there a certain brand of sugar that you prefer?
We've been using the Domino's.
Domino's? Okay.
Now the caramel corn, we use brown sugar
Okay.
to make that.
Okay.
Either a light brown or a dark brown, whichever we happen to have on hand.
Yes, ma'am. And see, when you open these bags, they're resealable. You can, but if I open one of these, you can forget it. It won't have to be resealed.
That's the situation for most people. If you want to buy some ahead, and of course now in these bags, once they're sealed, while they're here, 4 to 6 weeks is the shelf life. And of
Yes,
course, like a
ma'am.
bag of potato chips, once you open it, there's going to
ma'am.
be some time that it, lingering, that it might get stale. But most people aren't going to have it that long. They're going to open it and eat it
It'll
and be
be-
done with it. But if you want to buy some ahead and eat it, say, I want some popcorn for 2 months from now, you can stick it in the freezer
Yes, ma'am.
and freeze it for up to a year. You have 3 options when you get ready to eat it. You can take it out and eat it straight from the bag. A little bit cold, I kind of like it that way. Or you can take it out and put it in the microwave for 15 to 25 seconds, depending on how warm you want it. Or you can take it out and let it get to room temperature and eat it then. And it's just like it was fresh today.
What gave the idea again about doing kettle corn? Is just an interest or?
We have chicken houses, and we were kind of looking at something that once we sold the farm, we would have a stream of income. And in the meantime, we could go ahead and be, using that stream of income as a little bit of additional. So he was looking for something and came across, actually he was going to start out doing hot dogs. And then when we figured out that was not going to be a good thing, because if you cook too many, you either have to eat them yourself or you have to throw them away. So he decided on popcorn. He was doing.
Yeah.
As a son, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slide in here, Ernie. We'll let you say hello. This is Ernie. Their son.
This is our boy.
Okay.
And lots of people know Ernie. He's a big fan and a big attender of Troy football and basketball games, men's and women's, and softball games. He just hangs around with Merrill Sport.
Right. And Merrill's daddy, Mr. Charlie, grew up with my daddy, Joe, years ago in Luverne, Alabama. But anything else that we can add to that we failed to mention?
Well, one thing we want people to know is that if
Can you do
wanna-
anything on the internet? How can you
Not
purchase
yet.
it without?
Not
okay.
yet. We are working on that. Our health inspector is coming next week and bringing me some information on packaging and labeling, and once we get all of that squared away, we will be able to take orders.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
don't have a website yet, but
Okay.
people can contact us through Facebook at that point.
Okay.
And
Can they call now
They
and
can.
come by and
They
pick up
can.
some, or do you have any locally in
we've
stores?
got some at Southridge Wine.
Yeah.
The Southridge Winery is carrying it.
That's the Pippins? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kin to the Pippins.
Okay. And then
Through Deborah.
also we've got it at Papa's Place now.
Where's Papa's place?
It's the corner, the farmer's market on the corner.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
she
yeah,
just
yeah.
She
Saw
just
that.
opened up Thursday, and she started carrying it Thursday. We'll keep it there. But we want people to know, too, that they can come by here
Mm-hmm.
and get it. If they'll just pull up out here at the shop, and if we don't happen to be out here, they'll toot the horn real loud. We'll come
Mm-hmm.
on out. They can call before they come if they want to.
Go down 29. Is this Highway 50?
It's County Road 39, Spring Hill Road.
Okay, but,
Spring Hill Road, Old Brantley Highway.
oh, okay.
Well, not Old.
No, no.
Okay.
Well, that's-
Call used to call it Brantley Highway.
But it's when you leave the town of Brantley going toward Dozier and
You
Andalusia,
go-
it's the first right.
Yeah, you go 1 mile, turn
Okay.
right, and we're 1 mile down the
Good.
road.
Well, good.
So, just past the chicken houses, past that driveway, past the house driveway, pull in out of the shop.
Yeah. And what's the phone number again?
It's-
334?
406-4988.
Okay. Dixieland Kettle Corn in Brantley, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great time here today in Brantley, Alabama, and we're fixing to go eat at Mike's Southern Foods.
Southern Foods,
There you go.
Fill up.
And we'll be back later on. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Our replays are on Wednesday night starting at 9 o'clock. We have upcoming segments next week. Jason Gregory will be talking about the Boy Scouts of America and an upcoming event that they have. Also, his daughter Madeline will be on the show. We have future segments on Douglas Brothers, Whaley Pecans, Jackson Hardware, and the Kennedy that's located in Brundage, Alabama. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for good news and interviews with Forrest Lee. We'll see you next week. Thank you.